Well, May is recognized as National Foster Care Month. It's time to bring awareness to issues related to foster care and highlight programs making a difference in the lives of foster youth. Here now to share more is Chief Empowerment Officer at Just in Time for Foster Youth, Don Wells, and Coastline Academy Operations Manager of Southern California, Joseph Angsiapko. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. This is, okay, first of all, let's start with the overview. Tell us about Just in Time.
Well, Just in Time for Foster Youth started about 20 years ago, and the idea was that young people were leaving foster care without the support that they needed. They didn't have families that were going to help them make that transition that every young adult is doing. So they didn't have resources, and they also didn't have relationships. So Just in Time, our whole idea is having this community of support that allows them to be able to do things that help them become self-sufficient, have a sense of, satisfaction with their lives, and really have that idea that they're not going to repeat the cycle of foster care going forward.
Right. Okay. And Joseph, how about Coastline Academy?
So Coastline Academy, we are the largest driving school in the United States, and being a modern driving academy, our mission is to eradicate car crashes by teaching safe and confident drivers for life. We've taught about 250,000 students across 500 cities so far, and we have about 98% five-star reviews.
This is such a great partnership. How did you guys come together? How did this happen?
So as a matter of fact, I was telling Don earlier that I heard about them on the radio, on one of the local radio stations. So hearing what Just in Time does and what they're doing for the local community and former foster youth, I decided to reach out and see if there was a way that we could partner with them, because that is one of our initiatives, is to find local organizations that have the philosophy that we have, which is to provide a service that can help local communities.
And when it comes to preventing crashes, that's the age group right there that tends to, they're new drivers typically, and they're not as experienced. They have a lot of crashes.
Yeah, I think statistically that bears out, and that's why, again, to be able to be a safe driver, you need to learn early on to drive properly, right, which is your habits and all of those things. So that's why we make sure that it's all about safety. That's what road car driving is about, is safety.
All right.
And again, for foster youth, nobody is teaching them how to drive.
Right.
They leave foster care without anybody who's going to do that, to get in the car with them and teach them how to drive. So they leave without having that skill, and it's a limit to what they can do. Because let's say that you come out of foster care, now you're going to school to advance yourself. Also, you have to have a job so that you can pay for your apartment.
Sure.
And you have to do both those things without being able to drive. So that means you're going to take the trolley or a bus, which adds a couple hours to your day, and now you're trying to work and go to school and do your homework. And
go to the grocery store.
And go to the grocery
stores on the way home.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you can't drive, it limits your job choices. I have to do something that's going to work there.
Right.
So we actually did a survey with our young people to find out how important driving was, because that license is an entree to all kinds of choices I can make that are going to empower my life. Right. Even a thing where one of our young women said, I'm staying in this relationship with this guy, which is not a good relationship, but he has a car. I need him to provide transportation for me to make my life work. Right. So for her, that was a life-changing choice to have her license.
What a resource. I mean, seriously, what a partnership. This is great that you guys have gotten together and you're offering these services to these kids who otherwise wouldn't have it.
Right. It's again, our whole thing is that every young person has certain things, if they're going to be able to be empowered to make their life work, that they get from their family usually, and these young people don't have that, so it has to be something that we create that community and that family for them going forward.
And you've done that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And partnerships are, community working together is what makes everything work.
We're very happy to provide the support that they need so that they can support the local community and former foster youth.
How do our viewers get in touch with you guys?
For us, it's going to our website, which is it's Just in Time, jitfosteryouth.org. And it shows all the services that we do. And also, there are so many volunteer opportunities. Yep. Whatever you have time to do, we'll find a place for you to do it for these young people.
That's awesome, Joseph.
CoastlineAcademy.com.
Makes
That's
it
where
easy.
you can find us.
Thanks for coming in and sharing, man.
Thanks for having us.
This is great stuff. It really is.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Good Morning.